So, looks like we lost a few matches. I'm actually interested to see. Oh no, I won these. Okay. This is the current ones. We lost most. Wait, no, we tied? We tie here? So I don't ever win. Okay, makes sense. So it's gonna be especially important for us to fix to update our code so that it actually works. Okay, so the changes are that we now have access to a list of spells that we learned. And this is how you turn different ingredients into, well, change ingredients that you have and turn it into new ingredients. Okay, so we still contain up to 10 ingredients, but we start with 3 tier 0 ingredients, so that's a big change there. Looks like we might want to rest instead of wait. So I'll go ahead and put that in. Okay. Or is it not? Is it not? I think it is capital. I'm not sure. Yeah, it is. Okay. So we can brew, cast, rest, or wait. And cast is going to be very important, I'm sure. So here it tells us where, or what casting spells is. 4 numbers. So it's just going to be negatives for what it costs for each ingredient and positives for how much it produces. So I'm not sure how to really go about like strategically doing this, but I guess I can do it the same way that I did the last one, or the same way I did choosing potions, and just basically or the most basic sense, we're checking to make sure that the potion that we're brewing is valuable enough compared to the most expensive potion, and we're making sure that we can brew it. And if that's true, then we just randomly, well, we choose the last potion that we're able to brew based on those criteria. So for the spells, we can just do it the same way, except there's not a price. There's not a value to it. So we could set values to each of them, like make sure that it has a minimum value, or we can just do whichever ones are possible. And I think we can only do, we can only do 1 action per turn, or at least we could before. So probably what's gonna happen is we just pick one that we can do more or less randomly. We do it, and then we do next turn we repeat. However, we have to decide whether to cast or to brew a potion. That's going to be the big part right now. So, the question is, when do you want to brew a potion? When do you want to cast? I would say if you can brew a potion, you brew a potion. If you can't brew a potion, then you cast. Generally, we would have either some type of way to value potions and value spells, and then valuing rest as well, or just, yeah, basically that's how you do it. I think generally you would have some way to compare them based on an integer value, most likely. I don't know if that's necessary right now. Definitely not necessary right now. We can just, if we can brew, we brew.
YouTube
if we
Premium has
the one
videos,
issue is that it
so you
seems
can
like
make
you might be able
delicious
to run
homemade
out of
pasta without
ingredients,
interruptions.
in which case you wouldn't be able to brew.
Try YouTube
So let's keep
Premium with
looking,
1
make
month
sure
free and cook uninterrupted.
that there's nothing here that tells us about that. So once you cast the spell, it becomes exhausted. Some do not consume ingredients, so that's very important. What I might do is give it a value, but it's got to be basically choosing the spell that has the most value. Maybe consider what ingredients we actually need for spells. Kind of give a value to each of the ingredients based on the spells, or not the spells, the potions that we can brew. So the most basic way to do it would be to pick out a potion that you want, say the most expensive potion, and compare the ingredients that you have to the ingredients that you need, and then look at your potions and give them a value based on how much they help you get towards the required ingredients to brew that potion. And so you just, each turn you're looking at the most expensive potion and trying to prepare for it. That's not the best way to do it, I don't think, because your opponent could, first of all, you might not be able to, like none of the available spells, even if you rest the next turn, you still might not have any spells that help you towards the goal of brewing that specific potion, especially if it's the most expensive one, the most valuable one. So, you'd have to like chain spells back to back before, because there's a tier of ingredients. So if you have some of the blue ones and some of the green ones, but you don't have any orange ones, you might or you might not be able to make the yellow ones. So if you need yellow ones to brew the most expensive potion available, you might be stuck round after round after round resting when all your spells are none of your spells are exhausted. You just can't create any of the yellow ones. But basically, you could get around that by checking to make sure that you use the spell, or that you don't, that you have a spell that's exhausted. Otherwise, don't rest. and just like use a spell randomly. Okay. But yeah, that's all like strategy and stuff. So once you have a spell, okay. Each player's spell has a unique ID. Okay. As expected. Resting makes all exhausted spells available again. And you can order. Okay, you can order your wish to rest. Okay. Client orders, that's not changed. Game ends when at least one has brewed 3 potions. And you gain 1 rupee for each tier 1 ingredient or higher in your inventory, which makes it immediately every ingredient that's not tier 0 has value now. So I would say that if we take this example here, this is 2 value, but you get 11 for it. So that would be worth it to do, with the exception of maybe you could change these 3 into, say, 3 green ones, in which case this would have 5 value. But that's still more, this 11 is still better than if you had 5 in your inventory. So, and there's also the point of trying to brew quickly so that your opponent doesn't have as many. I think that my strategy is still going to be good enough, where you just try and brew a good enough potion with the one exception now, or the one issue is, before it was 2 potions, so I was assuming I'm trying to get 2 potion brewed before my opponent can brew 1, or brew the second one. So I would have 2 versus their 1. But now, if I brew mine first, it's going to be 3 versus possibly 2, in which case I could still lose if they have 2 more expensive potions. But I think it's fine. I could change my numbers. Instead of dividing by 2, I could change that to either make it more likely for me to brew a potion to get to 3 first, or I can make it a higher requirement, divide by, not divide by 2, I guess, it would maybe divide by 2/3. So I would look for a higher requirement for a price before I brew a potion. But either way, we still need to take care of spells, because I'm assuming we have new inputs. I guess not. I guess it's... we have new possible types of inputs, or a new possible type for the action type input, but it's not an actual new input, I don't think. Castable can be a number. And that's the only changes there. So then the output is still a single line. So I'm not exactly sure. Let me just play this real quick, because I'm not sure why it doesn't work. Array index out of bounds. So, so they changed how many, I guess they changed how many potions are available, maybe. Where does it say that though? So the input, I guess. I might have to define the array of arrays differently if it's not going to be just 5 every time. Oh, that's right, because this is all of them. Okay. So I have to say if...
New features are here on
that makes
YouTube
sense.
Music.
So there
Nail
should
each
just be
verse with the help
5
of song
potions.
lyrics and discover more music
So if I
through the
say
Explore tab. The spot for new releases, playlists
if
by mood and genre, and much more. Check it out now on YouTube Music.
the action type... What are the action types? Okay. I'm assuming it's an... yeah, it's a string. So, if it's brew... then we affect orders. No, messed that up. Okay, so then we have to take into account situations where we have to say else. Else no, it's not gonna be I though. I guess we'll have to increment this. It's gonna have to be like J or something. Okay. So then we say J equals 0 and increment at the end. Alright. But otherwise, if it's not a brew, then oh, well, it has to be else if, I guess. Because we kind of need, cast as well. Because we'll be taking that into account. So we're actually making a second array list of spells. And then these spells, I think they have everything the same except they don't have a price, right? 0, okay. They do have a price, but we don't, yeah, we might as well, I guess. Might as well. So we basically just have to copy all of this down, and then change orders to I don't know why it's so annoying to do that. Okay. Spells. Okay. And then I guess instead of J, oops. We can go ahead and put K. Oh, jeez. Dadgummit. Okay, so pretty good. Oops. So we have JK, and then the other one is opponent cast, which is not important for right now. So we just say else. I guess it's gonna be an int. Just ignore the rest. Because we're not worried about. Oh, I guess it's. You don't have to do that. So what this does now, hopefully, is keeps track of how many, oh, but the cast is not going to be, right, okay. The spells, I don't think we need K then. Alright, so if it's an array list, or it's a array of arrays. I think it's gonna have to be something that's not an array. Okay, so we can create a new array list,
Buy the latest hit movies on your
and then
go-to
add.
for videos.
So
find it all on YouTube.
List. Spells. Okay, array list. Is that how you do it? List equals. Okay, and then so that should be an array list, and we have to say spells. Oh, so we have to make, we put all this on one line, I guess. Say, spells, add, okay, so it's going to be an array list of arrays. So you use brackets. No. Okay, so then it's going to be this in the next int. So that's. Hopefully this works. Just 5 of these. Right, because there's 4 ingredients and an ID. So we did 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Did I do this wrong before? I think I did this wrong before. Oh. Oh, and price is down here. Okay. So I5 is price. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. This messes up a lot of stuff that I had going. It's unfortunate. Okay, so I think it's not an issue. So I said I'm going ahead, I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just the same here, and we add that. Okay, so there is a 6th, and it's gonna be 0. But we won't. Is that right? Add, yeah, and then comma 0. So that takes care of the price, and we could just throw out the price down here. But I have to check again if it's an action. Oh. That's right. Okay, so I can just take care of everything in here if it's okay. Okay, that's not a problem, because we don't need that if it's not. Jeez. This should take care of that, and then we take actually the next int. I think I did this wrong. Okay. There we go. So that should take in all 6 numbers for the spell. And then we need to do another one here. There we go, that's for the opponent cast. I don't know why it's kind of strange to me that they would put opponent cast in with the actions. But okay. Okay, and then this right here, okay. So the only one here that we use is castable, but we can't put it in as a spell until, okay, so what we're gonna have to actually do, I guess, is throw on at the end here, like I was gonna do before, and just throw on 0, I think. 1 if it's castable. Okay. This over here should tell us, yeah, 1 if it's not exhausted. If it's a spell that's not exhausted. So 0 default, or should be 1 default. I think it should be 0 default. So if we're not casting spells, then we know that could be a problem. Okay, and then down here we have to use castable. Well, okay. I think actually if I think maybe yeah, okay. easy solution, or whatever, easy way. If not castable, I think that works. Then we pop. I'm assuming we can pop in Java in an array. Or array list, I mean. Okay. We have add, clear, contains, get, remove. Can we not remove from the end? I think we'll have to use size. Okay, so it should just be if it's not castable, then spells dot
Rent or buy the latest hit movies on your go-to app for videos.
I think that does that. So if it's not castable, we just remove it, so we're not even considering it when we're looking at spells. Now, yeah, if action, if we're trying to rest still, in other words, we did not find a potion to brew, then we do the same thing for spells that we did for potions, except for the minimum condition, condition. So then we also need to change orders to spells. What? Why? Why did that? What? What? Okay, now it's changing. Okay, that's okay. I don't know how that works, but spells, yes, plus. Okay, so I think this is correct because this is. It should work the same way as the other one did, but we're saying cast instead. Okay, that should work. Okay, I'm just gonna play it just to see if it works. I'm not thinking. I can't think of anything that it needs. Illegal start of expression. Huh. Alright, I think we need to create a new array list. Or not an array list, an array. So we say that. Equals. And we'll cut and paste. I think that this works. So create an array and then we add it. Cannot find symbol J. Oh, I always forget. I'm apparently still used to Python. Definitely not used to Java. Spells.add, what do you mean? Why? Did I not? It's a list. Oh. Does this work? Because that's what it is. I'm trying to make an array list of arrays of integers. My music stopped again. Don't know why it does that. Alright. So I know you can do it. I don't want a string. So this one says, this is Java. Yeah, this is Java. Array list. New array list. Maybe. Because this is what it said it was. So maybe it works. Nope. Array required, but array list found. Okay, so you can't access the elements the same way. Of course. So we have to do get spells.get I. Okay, yeah. I'll learn Java eventually. Or relearn, I guess. Does that work? We got another issue. One, two, three, four, five, six. I don't know. I don't know what this is telling me. Input mismatch. Okay, let me check what the inputs are supposed to be. Maybe it's supposed to be a string somewhere. So this is a string. We have integers. Let's see. ID. Wait. Does the action ID come first? No, that can't be right. It's saying down here on line 39. So in.next int. Hmm. So if, else if, but this didn't change, did it? Maybe it did. Did I mess up? Huh. Okay, so it could be taking in, as it says, the ID first and then the action type. I don't know why it would do that, since we need the action type to know what to do with the action ID. But, I'm gonna try. But at the same time, input mismatch. I don't know why. Okay, I'm just gonna. I wanna just I guess comment out all of this so I can actually see what the inputs are. Just say while or I guess I don't even need while necessarily. Alright, so I don't know if this is gonna work to print stuff, but I think it's about right. Okay.
You're taking a walk in the park, enjoying
that
some
is
fresh air.
a mess.
For that, YouTube Music Premium has background
print,
play,
is
so
print
you can
line?
listen to music while your phone is in your pocket. Upgrade to YouTube
Make it a little
Music
easier
Premium,
to see.
uninterrupted music dedicated to you. Try 1 month free.
Alright, so we have ID, brew, and then all the numbers for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 numbers. But we take 5 of them, no, 4 of them. 5, well, price, so 5 numbers. And then, yeah, 4 down here. So that's correct. Glad that worked. Okay. So it's exactly as it seems. We have to actually create a new variable for action ID. And then say that this equals that action ID. And then down here we do the same thing. So kind of have to go around it some ways. And I guess we ignore this. That should do it. I think this will work now because we were able to print out all of the stuff. Okay, now something's wrong on line 51. Index out of bounds. Okay. Okay. So this should be actually... Oh, no, we can't do that. So we have to make sure it's a action type. Is it cast? Yeah. And then we make sure, okay. Because before we were trying to remove spells when we didn't even have spells. When it wasn't even a spell. It was a brew or whatever. Hey! So there's one delivery made. So I just sit here trying to brew 4. Why do I try to brew 4? Okay. Okay, so we make it rest, and then we say for 0 to 5. Yeah, we make that equal to action ID, so it should be trying to brew an actual potion, but I don't know which one it is, and I don't know why. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That should be the tier 0, 1, and 2, and 3 ingredients. But we didn't mess up this. So if we're not trying to brew something, alright, I'm gonna go ahead and say we're gonna do a system error. So we can actually print out what these variables are. Okay. So it should be 1. Yeah. 2, 3, and 4. And then we copy, well no, yeah, I guess so. So instead of orders, it's gonna just be our inventory. Which is INV 0, 1, 2, and 3. So that should not change anything. Oh. Alright, so here we go. We need to pause it. Alright, so first, I don't know what's going on. I guess 0, 0, 0, 0 says it costs 0. We have 3. 0, 0, 0, 0. 0, 0, 0, 3. Wait, 0, 0, 0, 0, 3 is 0, 0, 0. 0, 0, 0, 0. Yeah, it says all the potions cost 0. Huh. Okay, so at least the inventory works, but it's not updating the orders. Why is that? Because, am I not going through... Okay, so I 0 to 5. And orders I. And it's saying all of them. Saying all of them have 0
As
cost.
COVID-19 reshapes society, entrepreneurs who launch their dreams on YouTube remain resilient and innovative.
With people at home, we knew there was a need for plumbing advice.
I would have to alter my road to success, not stop it.
Explore their stories at the United States of YouTube, an interactive map that shows the difference creators are making in
Doesn't make
communities
sense.
nationwide. Visit now.
Unless I got the action type wrong. That's a possibility. That is true. So the inputs, what are the inputs? Brew. Let me do that then. Okay, so now we should see the word brew printed out for every potion. I missed it. In. Pause. Yeah. Yeah, we're not getting any potions. Huh. Okay, we're gonna have to... Man. We have to print out the action types here, because apparently we're not getting brew for any of them. Oh wow. Yeah, it says right there, brew. Huh. What? I'm really confused. So we take in action type, we print it out, then we check to see if it's equal to brew, but it's not. I'm very confused. So I'm assuming that down here cast is also not working. What? How did that happen? Okay. So we shouldn't see these printed out because that's what's supposed to be done. How is this possible? Oh. Oh, this is not correct. I is less than spells dot size. Right. Okay, so yeah, I have no idea. I feel like I'm gonna have to darn, okay. Okay. Alright, I guess it's, you have to do, dot equals. Did I spell that? How am I typing so bad today? Okay. Let's see. Does that work? Oh, we're getting some... Okay, so that works. Alright. But now we're resting because we can't make any potions. So now we have to do the same down here. Beautiful, beautiful. So now we might even cast, which is gonna allow us to make new ingredients. We are casting very poorly. Oh, I'm still trying to cast. So apparently I'm not removing spells. Because I should be resting at this point since I'm trying to...
Watch live and local news on a
See,
variety
I
of
did...
networks. With YouTube TV,
So I have 4 spells.
try it free.
I did one, I did the other, or the second one, and I did the third one. And now I'm just trying to do the first one over again. Over and over and over again. Wait. Oh, because I should be able to. Okay. So it's not removing the spells like it's supposed to. Oh, right, my bad. I forgot that I did equals down here as well. Okay, so that makes me feel a little bit better. I was a bit concerned, to say the least. But it's all good. So now we should be... No, we're not winning. We're randomly... Or it's just a repeated cycle. Okay. So I'm sure we end up with just a bunch of... Oh. Actually, we can't. Okay, and the strategy begins. I did not realize it was gonna get this difficult this quick. I'm gonna submit this just because I'm wondering if it actually will work at all, or if the spells are just consistently too, because essentially with these spells, I'm always going to create green ones and then turn them into orange and then turn them into yellow. So I'm curious if any spells will ever be have no requirement, because so this is the closest one to one I would be able to make, because I could at some point, at this point, I'm one away from being able to make it, and then the next turn I'm still one away from it. It's just I can't have a green and an orange at the same time. So that's a bit of an issue. Looks like I'm doing pretty good though. So maybe it was just whatever you call it. Alright, I'll go ahead and throw last battles up here. Alright, yeah. It's gonna slow down a lot, I think. Anyways, I'm gonna go and take a break real quick and be back. Alright, it looks like I'm third. I assume that there's no way that I could, what did I make here? This one? Yeah, so there's a small chance that I would be able to actually make a potion at some point. Or maybe a decent chance. So I'm assuming the first ones are just all I don't think I can make any of these. Which one wait, oh, I can make this one. Yeah. Okay, and now I'm actually able to make this one as well. Interesting. So I'm gonna have to actually make it where it targets specific potions. Okay. But then I got stuck because I can't make anything else. So yeah. So I'm actually winning by making potions. It's just rare. Like, if I make a potion, I generally win. That's what it looks like. So this is a common potion, it seems. It's pretty expensive. But we have to make it, whatever you would call it, important. It can't just take it has to choose spells that get it closer to actually completing a potion. So what I might do is either take the most expensive potion, or the potion I'm closest to completing. And I think I'm just gonna do the one that I'm closest to completing. So, of course, we have to create a list of all of the potions, and then we get our inventory after that, and then we go through all of the potions, and if we can make one, then we make it. Otherwise, we're going to go through all the potions a second time and find the one that's the closest to being made, and then we're going to find the spell that would get us closest to making the potion. So I think the system that I have right now works essentially it works to make up for, like, it'll get me closer eventually. If I can't do a spell that gets me closer directly, then I can use the current system of using spells to keep gaining. So if I don't have any blues, or if I only have the yellows. Well, the issue though is that I might. Oof. Okay, that's an issue. I might actually need to change it so that it won't create more yellows when it doesn't need more yellows, or something like that, because I don't know. I might have to make all the yellows and then make all the oranges and then make all the greens. So how the system works right now is essentially I get here and I make a potion. Which one am I making anyways? Oh no, that's not me. I'm not making a potion. Okay. So I don't make a potion this round. I get here and I get stuck. I can't use any spells. So I'd have to do it before I got there. So let's just say here, for instance. Right here, my bot would need to see that. Actually, before that, my bot would get here, and it would see that it doesn't need any more yellows, so it wouldn't make the orange into a yellow. Instead, it would make a blue into a green, and then a green into an orange, and then blue into green, green into orange. So we'd have Oh, that's an issue too. I didn't think about that. We're getting too many ingredients. Okay. We need to keep track of how many ingredients we have. And then we can rest. Okay. So I would say right here before we just go ahead and create a new integer and make it maybe room or space or whatever. And make it equal, or actually we could make it before this, so now we can do equals 0, or actually no, it'd be 10, and then actually no, okay, we can just do it here and say it equals 10 minus each of the other, or each of the, did I not hit space there? Each of our inventory slots or types, whatever it is, each of the ingredients. So 10 minus each of these numbers, and then that gives us how much space we have left. Or we can also do like an inventory count. I like that better. So that would just be, well, now we have to change all of these to pluses. And so that's going to give us our inventory count, and we're going to say for each spell okay, I think what I'm going to do is right here Well, actually, no, we can do this right before we do the spells. So, for well, we can go ahead and do that, and then this. So this is for each spell. If we want to put a limit on how full our inventory can get, I think. No, that's not what we're doing. We wanna make sure yeah, we want to make sure that we're not trying to use the spell. Okay, so we don't need this. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Okay, so okay, yes, if inventory count plus spells yeah, we just add up all of these. Two, three, four. Okay, so if yes, if this is greater than 10, oh no, we'll say less than 11. Well, okay, I'll just do less than or equal to 10. And there we go. So now it should ignore the first spell because it's oh darn.
Rent or buy
Why am
the
I
latest
so
hit
bad about
movies
that?
on your go-to app for videos. Find it all.
It should
on
ignore the
YouTube.
first spell when it has 9 or 10 slots full. So we go ahead and make one this time somehow. I'm not sure how. Got very lucky. Still lost because ours was worth 9. Theirs was worth 14. Yeah. See, now we're trading in all the way up to a full thing of Doritos. Which is better. Also, we're still printing out. So let's get rid of that. This is better, but not by much. It's still going to end up stuck as it is, but just later with more high value items. But what we need to do instead now is limit We need to limit the amount of ingredients that we make of each of them. Actually, that's not exactly accurate. I would say we need to put a limit on how many Doritos we can make, which is just the highest number of Doritos we can, that any of the spells require. Or we could pick out a spell that we're closest to and aim for that one. But if we limit the Doritos only, then it's going to max out the Doritos. Let's say in this case we max out at 3 Doritos. And then it would go and do this just the same. It would get to here, and now it would not consider making another Dorito, which would mean it would skip ahead and just go ahead and make another orange. So. And then at that point, it would not be limited on oranges. So it would just make, it would end up, the greens are the only thing we'd essentially be ignoring, and I don't know if we'd ever get to the point where we have every option on the board requires at least 1 green. That would be an issue. We'd get stuck there. However, okay, so every time we use up all our spells, we make another blue, or another 2 blues, and we only use up 1 blue every time. So that's a bit of an issue. We might want to limit how many blues we have, because it's just wasting time that we don't really have. We could automatically turn blues into greens and limit how many yellows we make. I wonder. Of course, all this can change as soon as we get to the bronze, where we can actually learn spells. At that point, we're gonna have to determine which spell is the best to learn, not just use, but to learn. Okay. And it's also gonna be like comboing spells, I assume, because it's not always best to use just one spell. You gotta use multiple spells. So I'm sure it's going to be about getting the right spells that work well together.
As COVID-19 reshapes society, entrepreneurs who launch their dreams on YouTube remain resilient and innovative.
With people at home,
Another
we knew
option
there
would
was
be
a need
to go
plumbing
for
I would have to alter
3
my road to
greens,
success,
3 oranges,
not
and
stop
3
it.
yellows.
Explore their stories at the United States of YouTube, an interactive map that shows the difference creators are making in communities nationwide. Visit now.
And now it is important to note right here, this is 2 blues, which takes 1 turn, and 2 greens, which takes 3 turns. So we would take 3 turns to create this potion, and another turn to use it, or 3 turns to collect the ingredients, a turn to make the potion. While this one takes the same amount of time, plus you would then have to take I think 6 more turns. So this one just isn't worth it at all. So we might instead now need to consider that and actually start targeting potions. That would probably be the best idea. We can either go for the easiest potion, which I think is a really good idea, or the most value, or like the most efficient potion. Which in this case would either be this one or this one, because I think they actually might be equal. So 4 turns, you get 8. And it would take 2 more turns. So 6 would get you this. They're equal value, essentially. So it's just whether or not you're okay with just getting 8 for a potion, since you have limited number of potions, or if maybe you've already made 2 potions and you're down, you might want to go for the 12. But they have equal efficiency. I think you would generally go for the easier potion to make. So you might, for instance, make a rupee value at maybe 5, and the turns that it takes to make it be 1 each, possibly. In which case 4 turns to make, it would be a 36 value, and then you'd subtract from that how many, well, no wait, no, that's not right. Each turn might be 4 costs, so it would have a value of 4, while this one over here takes 6 turns to make. It's got 12 rupees. That would be a total of 60 minus 6 times 4. That's not right, is it? Did I do that wrong? So this one takes 4 turns. 40 minus 16. Okay. So it's not a value of 4, it's a value of 24. While this one is a value of 60 minus 24, which is 34 or 36. So that doesn't really work. I think I might have been closer to the right track before. So it's the cost times 5. Maybe that's wrong. Cost times 4 minus or the price minus, or so the if it was just 1 or 2 blues, let's say it's 2 blues, that's 1 turn, takes 1 turn to make from scratch, and it has a 1 rupee value. How would you compare that to something that takes 2 turns? 2 rupee value would not be as good. Well, I'm gonna have to think about this a lot, because I wrote some code, got it to work. I got to 4th in Wood 1, so we're still, that's the leaderboards, we're still losing pretty badly, but I know how to fix it, more or less. There's a few different options. It's mostly just strategy from here on, because I'm going to go into Bronze League, and there's several people in Bronze League that, you know, we're going to be there for however many days, 4 days or so. So pretty exciting, but there's a lot more strategy to come. So I don't know if I'm really going to stream a whole lot, especially since it's not even putting me up on CodinGame website as a streamer. So, anyways, it's been fun. And hope to see you join us another of my streams. I usually stream Brawl Stars, but yeah, I'm definitely for the next week or so going to be doing this a lot. So hopefully, if I do stream, you'll come and join me, and maybe tell me what I'm doing wrong. That'd be sweet. But until then, peace.